The 9-to-5 grind only gives us the weekend to really live.
But how much can you do in just 64 hours?
I'm Mike.
And I'm Jason.
During the week, I run a global nonprofit, and Jason works in business development.
With full-time jobs and families, our weekdays are slammed, but our weekends are for crushing adventure.
The concept is simple. We have just 64 hours from 5 p.m. on Friday to 9 a.m. on Monday to go as far, as fast, and as hard as we can, with one goal.
To beat Monday.
On this episode, Mike and Jason are headed to the White Mountains of New Hampshire, Mike's hometown playground. Their mission is to tackle the Presidential Traverse, a 19-mile trail crossing 7 summits in some of the most rugged terrain in the United States.
You know, just twist an ankle, that's all it takes. You're in trouble.
This weekend, they'll push themselves to finish the mission in just one day so Jason can make a red-eye flight home for his daughter's 2nd birthday. The weekend starts now.
So I work 9 to 5 like most folks. The one thing that sets me aside is I don't have an office to report to. I work remotely from coffee shops and sometimes from my home office. All right, bud. See ya.
Bye, Daddy.
My daughter turns 2 years old on Sunday. We're having a little shindig and I want to make sure I get back in time to celebrate.
Before Avery, our whole life was like a season of Beat Monday. We would leave whenever we could and come back as late as we could tolerate.
We're just here in Boston at Logan Airport picking up Jason, and I just had to drive 30 minutes from my house, which was a nice change of pace for me.
We're at Logan Airport in Boston, meeting Mike out here somewhere.
What's up, buddy?
Big Daddy.
Good to see you.
Plan is we're gonna drive up to New Hampshire, we're gonna camp out right by the trailhead tonight, get a few hours of sleep, hit the Presidential Traverse tomorrow, but we should have plenty of time, assuming that the weather goes well.
You know, when people think of the East Coast, they don't think of high mountain adventure, but cut my teeth in the White Mountains, and I mean, they can be really rugged and they can swallow you up whole if you don't respect them.
The White Mountains in New Hampshire are some of the oldest mountains in the United States. The tallest peak in this range, Mount Washington, is famous for its extreme weather, clocking what was once the highest wind speed ever recorded at 231 miles per hour. The rugged terrain and unpredictable weather in these mountains can make a deadly combination.
I'd say Mount Washington is one of the deadliest mountains in the country. If weather comes in and you get stuck up there, it can really be a matter of life and death.
Mike and Jason will be attempting the Presidential Traverse that covers 19 miles and 8,000 feet of elevation gain along the Presidential Ridge. The guys will attempt to cross the summit of each peak and complete the route in just 10 hours.
Don. You want a beer?
I'm just checking stuff in here.
That's fine. It's spacious, huh? Maybe we just sleep in tomorrow.
Should we? I think there's a good buffet over at the Mount Washington Hotel.
Maybe we just tell everyone we did something cool this weekend.
Rise and shine, boys and ghouls. It's time for coffee.
It's 6 a.m. now, and I gotta catch a red-eye out of Boston at 10 o'clock tonight, so we gotta get moving.
You know what I'm really excited about? The fact that there's no swimming component to today's mission.
Now this guy's just spilled a liter of coffee all over his front seat. Trying to clean it up before he realizes that there's coffee inside the entire interior.
Are you using diversion techniques?
I am. I keep telling him. Hey, Mike, did I leave my GoPro back there?
What's going on down there?
I spilled some water.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you spill water, or where did that come from? Because
Yeah. Water.
All right.
No, I'm not worried about it. I just didn't know if it was leaking.
So we're driving through Crawford Notch. We're gonna drop off the truck at the end point on the Presidential Traverse at AMC Highland Center. And then we have to find a ride, so we're planning a hitchhike to the start of the Presidential Traverse, which is about 25 minutes north of here. The road's right here, we're going that way. Oh, come over here. Here we go, here we go.
Oh yeah, looking good. 2 people in there.
Basically, for every car that passes us, that means we have to go that much faster on the trail to get you back to the airport.
Absolutely.
I hope this guy doesn't pick us up. What's up, man?
Come on, guys.
How's it going? We're just going to Valley Way Trailhead, which is like 25 minutes from here, you think?
Yeah, up on it.
You sure, dude?
Yeah.
Thanks, dude.
I am digging this van. This is like, it's about as cush of a van experience I've had in.
All right, yeah, check this out, too.
Oh, mood lighting.
That's for the ladies.
Have you actually ever had a female in this van? Cody, well, thanks so much, dude. This is good right here.
Yeah.
All right, take it easy, man.
The Presidential Traverse starts at Valley Way Trailhead with a 3,500-foot climb to Mount Madison, the first summit of the day. The trails here are rocky, wet, and covered in tree roots, making them especially treacherous for runners.
We had took a trail runner off a couple of weeks ago off of Old Bridle Path. But, you know, just twist an ankle, that's all it takes, and you're in trouble.
Lock it down. All right, let's do it, dude. Warm up.
We are cruising up the Valley Way Trail.
Trail's nice, rugged, wet, just what I was hoping for.
We just knocked out 3,400 feet, and we're at the Madison Hut.
Yeah, so Madison's actually a little spur off of the Presidential Traverse. So we're gonna probably leave our bags here, go hit the summit, come back here, refill on water, and then continue on.
All right, we just entered one of my favorite places in the world, above tree line. We're there, and it's amazing.
Cumbre numero 1.
Uno. Mike and I are gonna be above tree line for the rest of the day. It only gets better from here.
We're heading on the Star Lake Trail off to our next objective, which is Mount Adams.
That was Adams. So Madison, Adams, and we're on our way to Jefferson.
The guys have been on the go for over 4 hours and are nearing the third summit, Mount Jefferson, one of the most popular destinations on the Presidential Traverse.
So we're doing a whole ridge over 3 days, but hitting all the big ones today, right?
Yeah.
How old were you when we started?
6.
6. Started doing 4,000 footers when she was 6.
What is like hiking and mountains? What does it mean to you?
Well, I love the challenges of scaling up the rocks. I love like all the nature and new plants and animals around.
Oh, the tippy top. Good.
All right, Mike and I just bagged our third summit of the day. Madison, Adams, that was just Jefferson.
Heading over now to
Old George.
Mount Washington, highest mountain on the eastern seaboard. Can you name the presidents?
No.
We know we got George Washington.
Okay.
All right.
Barack Obama.
Bartholomew Madison.
Donald Trump.
No,
William.
I mean the presidents and the presidentials, you idiot.
Oh.
Billy Madison? Billy. It's
Billy
definitely
for sure.
Definitely Billy. Jackson? Michael? Definitely Michael Jackson.
At over 6,000 feet, Mount Washington is the most prominent peak east of the Mississippi River. When the weather is nice, the summit is a popular destination for families and visitors from all over the world. The summit is easily accessible by car or by biodiesel and steam-powered trains.
Just topped out of Mount Washington, us and everyone else in the lower 48. The line for the summit is about, I don't know, 70 people deep. It's cool to give people an opportunity to come and explore something that they otherwise wouldn't have an opportunity to see. Shall we?
We shall. Let's go get some water.
We are in the cafeteria having a quick snack. Jason just ate a tuna fish sandwich.
Summit tuna.
Jason's flight leaves in less than 8 hours, but ahead of them remain 8 miles of trail, 3 summits, and a 170-mile drive back to Boston.
Yeah, the White Mountains are where Jason and I first had our first big mountain day. It was one of my most memorable experiences in the mountains in my life. We've got 2 more summits left on the Presidential Traverse. It was the first time I've ever spent 15 hours doing a physical activity, and it's so great to be back here.
The guys are approaching Mount Pierce, the last summit of the day.
This is sick too. Sweet!
Yeah, buddy. That's it. Last summit of the day.
Yeah, nice work, man.
Just gotta get back to the car.
The descent from Mount Pierce to the end of the trail follows the historic Crawford Path, the oldest established and continuously maintained hiking trail in America.
And we came across this sweet little waterfall. I think we're gonna take a little dip. Feels good, I bet.
Quite nice.
Look at that, I swear. Got a car?
No, I'll drive.
All right, I'll drive. We gotta get some man coffee.
6:45 on the dot.
This weekend was a little bit different. You know, Mike and I have a really big race coming up in 2 weeks in California. And it was our last chance to kind of get out and train together. And so we're heading to the airport. We were able to squeeze one half of a big day in. And now it's just time for me to get home.
That one,
Split them. Split them.
Dude, what do you mean you like these?
That's such a good, that's got a huge bubble on it.
All right, cool, I'll take that one. Awesome weekend, brother. Thanks so much for coming out. Have a good flight back home. Say happy birthday to Avery, and we'll see you in Tahoe in a few weeks.
Glad we can make this happen.
Yeah, it was good. Thanks so much for coming out.
Good stuff, Chase.
See you soon.
All right. I think for me, the best thing in balancing a life of family and adventure has been, number one, having a wife and a family that's very supportive of that lifestyle.
Man, this couldn't be better. Perfect day for a birthday.
There's also surrounding yourself with a community of people who are inspired by that adventurous life. You know, I had a really good weekend with Mike in the White Mountains, but sometimes beating Monday isn't always about just going as hard as you possibly can. It's about creating a weekend for yourself that's really gonna be memorable.
Yeah!